In this video, we are going to see how to solve a given network using supernode analysis. Actually, it is a special case of nodal analysis, conventional nodal analysis. In order to get a clear idea, let's consider two networks as shown here. This is the first one. This is the second one. How many nodes are there? This is one node. This is another node. And this common thing, this line entire thing is a node. We can mark that node anywhere over here. Let's say I am marking node here like this. So this node is taken as reference node and its potential is 0. Since it is taken as reference node, its potential is 0. So we can mark in this manner. It is grounded. Like that we can mark. Node 3 is reference node. Node 1 and node 2 are non-reference node. It is not a reference node. That's the indication. So in this case, that is in the first network, we can easily write down KCL at each and every nodes. So when we are applying KCL at node 1, what are the KCL equation? We are taking this node. We are assuming that all currents are leaving from this node, which we are going to consider. So IK is negative. So minus IK will come plus, and this current is V1 minus V2 divided by R1, and this current is V1 minus this potential is 0. So V1 by R2 plus V1 by R2, which is equal to 0. Similarly, when we are applying KCL at node 2, we know when we are considering the node 2, we are assuming that all currents are leaving from this node like this. So what is this current? V2 minus V1. So V2 minus V1 divided by R1 plus V2 divided by R3, and this current is nothing but this one itself. Since it is leaving, its sign is plus IW, which is equal to 0. So we got two equations for two nodes, two non-reference nodes. We can separate the coefficients of V1 and V2, and we can move the constant into other side, and we can solve those two equations, simultaneous equations, by means of suitable method. That was the method which we followed in the case of conventional nodal analysis. But supernode will come into picture when two reference node is connected with a voltage source like this. So here this is one reference node, non-reference node. This is another non-reference node. This is our ground, that is reference node. So supernode occurs when a voltage source without any other passive elements, only voltage source is available between two non-reference nodes. Under that condition, these two nodes together forms a node. That node is known as supernode. This is known as supernode. So when supernode will come into picture? Whenever two non-reference node is connected with a voltage source, then only supernode will come into picture. So under that situation, conventional nodal method become difficult. In order to perform the analysis in simpler way, we can use supernode analysis. Let's see how to do this problem by means of simple example. This is the supernode. Here node 1, node 2 is non-reference node. Here the voltage source is came or connected between two non-reference node. So this node is supernode, and this is our reference node, this full line. In the case of super mesh analysis, based on number of meshes involved in super mesh, we can have that much equation. In the case of super node, how many nodes are involved? Two nodes are involved. So two equation will come into picture. We need to write two equations. So in super node, two non-reference nodes are involved. Therefore, two equations need to write from super node. So there is a mix of KCL and KVL we need to apply, just like in the case of super mesh analysis. Here, in the case of super node analysis, one equation is based on KCL. We need to apply KCL equation at super node. And another one is we need to write KVL, voltage equation we need to write. So a mix of KCL and KVL need to apply both for super mesh and super node analysis. So steps to be followed in order to solve a network using super node analysis are: first of all, you need to identify total number of nodes. How many nodes are there, that you need to identify. Then among that you need to select a reference node, and its voltage we are assuming to be 0. Reference node voltage we are assuming to be 0. So next one is check for super node. That means there is a voltage source between two non-reference node. If a voltage source is there, that indicates that is a super node. Then KCL and KVL equation we need to apply at super node for getting two equations, and normal KCL equation we need to apply other non-reference node. So these are the method which we need to follow in order to obtain the equation from the network associated with the super node. That means that network having super node. Once we got the equations, we can solve those equations by means of matrix method or any other method. You can easily verify the results by means of your calculator also. One example is given here. The example is this one: find current through 5 ohm resistor of the network shown below. Here you need to find out the current flowing through 5 ohm resistor. So that is the task. So coming to the solution, so this is the network. How many nodes are there? This is the first node, node 1. This is node 2. This is another node. This full line, that is another node. We can take any point within this line. Say I am marking node 4 here. Since it is reference, I am marking ground. So this is your node 4. So total number of node is 4. Out of this, reference node is fourth node. So its potential is V4 is equal to 0. The potential of node 1 is V1, node 2 is V2, and node 3 is V3, and node 4 is V4. Here in node 1 and 2, there is no voltage source. Here we can see that between node 2 and node 3, super node is coming. So super node is node 2 and node. So between node 2 and node 3, one voltage source is came. Therefore, node 2 and node 3 constitute one super node. Now we can take individual node and write KCL, KVL equation depending on the situation. When super node is there, we need to apply KCL and KVL. If non-reference node alone is there we need to apply KCL. So this is node 1, this is your node 2, this is your node 3, this is node 4, which is grounded, that is reference node. This potential is V1, V2, V3, and this is V4. First of all, let's take node 1, that we can separate it on here. Now when we are applying KCL in nodal analysis, we are assuming that all currents are leaving from this node. So we can mark those currents are I1, I2, I3 like this. Apply KCL at node 1. We know I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to 0. What is I1? So from this figure it is very clear that I1 is minus 10 ampere. I2 is V1 by 3. I3 is V1 minus V2 divided by 2. Now we can easily separate the coefficients of V1, V2 and move the constant into other side. The equation become 0.83 V1 minus 0.5 V2 is equal to 10. Let it be equation number 1. Here we can see that node 2 and node 3 form super node, that I am separately drawing here like this. Here this is node 2, this is node 1 and this is node 3. This is your node 4, that is reference node. So here the potential is V4, which is equal to 0 volt. When we are taking this super node alone, this part, we can write down the voltage equation. From here it is very clear that what is V2 minus V3? V2 minus V3 is 20 volt. Suppose the situation is like this. This is V2 and this is V3 and this is 20 volt. Suppose under this case, what is V2 minus V3 is equal to minus 20. So this type of situation may come. Please remember this concept. So when we are applying KVL at the super node, we can write down this equation V2 minus V3 is equal to 20. So let it be equation number 2. So we know in the case of super node, 2 nodes are involved. So we need to write 2 equations, one by applying voltage and another by KCL. Now we can apply KCL at super node. For that we need to consider remaining part as marked here. That is, this is our super node. We need to consider this branch and this branch as marked here. So here let's mark up to I3 already marked. I1, I2, I3 we already marked. For simplicity only we are marking this current. So this is I4, this is I5, this is I6 and this is I7. In that manner I marked. Now just like normal KCL equation, we can write down the KCL equation. Algebraic sum of current meeting at supernode is 0. So I4 plus I5 plus I6 plus I7 is equal to 0. What is I4? I4 is equal to V2 minus V1 by 2. I5 is V2 divided by 1. I6 is V3 divided by 2. I7 is V3 minus 10 divided by 5. Just like in the earlier case, when we are separating the coefficients of V1, V2, V3 and moving the constant into other sides, we can obtain the third equation as minus 0.5 V1 plus 1.5 V2 plus 0.7 V3, which is equal to 2. Let it be equation number 3. Here we got 3 equations. 3 unknowns are there. So we can easily solve 3 unknowns by means of 3 equations. We can represent these 3 equations in matrix form like this: V1, V2 and V3. So in this case, it is to be noted that you can easily find out the determinant of a matrix by means of calculator. We know V1 is equal to delta 1 by delta, where delta 1 is determinant of this matrix when we are replacing the first column entries with this entry. And what is delta? Delta is determinant of this matrix. Similarly, what is delta 2? Determinant of this matrix when we are replacing the second column entries with this entry. Similarly, what is delta 3? Determinant of this matrix when we are replacing third column entries with this one. In that manner, you can calculate delta 1, delta 2, delta 3 and delta. So by means of a calculator, you can easily solve these determinants, and after solving either by means of calculator or manual manner, you can obtain the results as
V1 is equal to 19.04 volt,
V2 is equal to 11.6 volt and V3 is equal to minus 8.4 volt. This is our network. Here we got
V1 as 19.04 volt,
V2 as, this is V2 as 11.6 volt and this is 0 volt, and V3 as minus 8.4 volt. Here we need to find out the current flowing through 5 ohm resistor. What is current flowing through 5 ohm resistor? I5 ohm is equal to V3 minus 10 divided by 5. V3 is minus 8.4 minus 10 divided by 5, that is obtained as minus 3.68 ampere. Here what is the indication of this minus? Actual direction of current is upward, that is the indication. When we are considering that direction, the actual current is 3.68 ampere upward. So this is the solution to this problem. Similar to earlier videos, you need to solve this problem as homework. Here the question is, find node voltages V1, V2 and V3 of the network shown below. Here you can see that between this node and this node there is a voltage source. So this forms a super node. So please solve this problem. For verification of your results, this is the solution. V1 is equal to 2.62 volt and V2 is equal to minus 0.17 volt. V3 is equal to 4.83 volt. If you are taking this as node 1, this as node 2 and this as node 3. So please solve this problem and verify your results.